So this one, in my opinion, is actually the more easier of these fights. Well, I mean, for one, you start off with full health. You instantly get this fire ability, and really, you can just go on ahead and have fun. There's barely any challenge to this point. So I guess the only sort of challenge is keeping your eye on Ripto, but that's basically it for the most part. In which case, I even think the first fight and the Gulp version are actually harder than this one. So, we did it. And this video will definitely have to be split into two. I'm just realizing that right now. But that's okay. I kind of expected that too, going into this in with 5 minutes to spare, basically.
I don't think we can ever thank you enough, Spyro. I suppose you have to go now?
Yeah, I'd better. They'll be missing me in the Dragon Worlds, and I've still got a vacation to take. I need it more than ever now.
Before you go, I think that Moneybags has something he wants to give you.
I most certainly do not.
Hunter? Spyro, Moneybags is very sorry that he made you pay so much on your way through Avalar. We want you to keep the gems as a reward for helping us.
Wow, thanks. Sparks, can you grab them?
Let me just type in the new coordinates and... There! Spyro, you can now go to Dragon Shores.
Hey, why don't you guys come with me? I bet you could use a holiday.
I'm afraid we can't, Spyro. Ripto may be gone, but he caused a lot of damage during his short stay. We'll be cleaning up for weeks. Just remember, though, that you can always get back to Avalar from Dragon Shores if you want to visit.
Well, okay. Come on, Sparks. We've got a lot of vacation to catch up on.
And basically that is technically to say that is the end of the game. So once again, just like I basically said with the first game, actually, well, this one too technically I believe has. Maybe this one doesn't have 2 sets of credits. I'm actually not sure if it does. But yeah, that is Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. Probably my favorite of the PS3, or sorry, probably my favorite of the PS1 Spyro games. Where probably 3 is, I don't know, it's close between 3 and 1. Which one's my next favorite, and then which one's my next favorite after that. So it's pretty close tie between the first and the third game. But for this one, I don't know. I don't know what it was. Just the it definitely felt easier than the first game. And yeah, I mean, just the level design, the adding more, adding different characters, just the overall adding more voice acting and stuff into the game. Yeah, it's just really fun and really cool. Like each level did kind of give you kind of, oh, who's the good guy and who's the people you're there to help with, and who the people you need to get rid of. In the first game, it was kind of just you pick a level, you go into it, and then collect whatever treasures there, and defeat the, basically they're all usually the same type of enemy. But that's by no means a negative. I'm not even sure how long these credits are actually going to go on for. I usually like to keep the credits going for the entire time. Just usually in case if I do have stuff to talk about of just, you know, why it's a fun game. But at the same time too, I do know that there are other stuff to do after this. This isn't technically the end. But I don't know. I guess I might as well just leave it going, because again, like the at least with the video that you're going to see, but the last one too, those two are going to have to be split up into 2 videos. So I mean, right now I'm up to like 21 minutes, like 45 seconds. And probably the rest of the credits is going to be a few more minutes as well. But yeah, so I definitely I always definitely enjoy going back to this game every now and again. Now I just had one kind of question that I don't know if anybody you know, cares to know or whatever, but if I were to do the 3rd game, Spyro Year of the Dragon, if I were to do the 3rd one, which can actually be a very big possibility. I mean, I've already done. I did the first one, and I was actually planning on doing a different game. I believe I was actually planning on doing a different game before Spyro 1, and then once I beat that game, I was planning on doing something else instead of this one, so I just went right to this game. So I don't know if I'm going to do the 3rd one at this moment, but it's definitely a possibility, because I do really like that game as well. But so right now we are in Dragon Shores, and let's talk to him first.
Well done, Spyro. Step right on into Dragon Shores Park. By the way, if you win 10 tokens, you can visit our theater.
Oh, is that literally it? Oh, right, yeah, it's just for the theater. So actually, I guess that this would be the end of it. Okay, so what you can technically do is do a bunch of small little mini games to get tokens to unlock the theater, which basically all it does is you can rewatch all the cutscenes. So, you know, it's a nice little touch for. I mean, in some way, I think they should have given that option from the beginning. But now, if we actually look here, we have 64 orbs and 10,000 gems. The door right in front of me will only open if I have 10,000 gems and 64 orbs. So let's open that up, and so we've seen this before in many levels. It's the fireball power-up. But you'll notice that there's no time limits. For people who don't know about this, I now have the ability forever now. So, for example, I can do this mini game right away.
That was pretty funny, wasn't it? Take this token for being such a good shot.
But yeah, I'm not going to be worrying about the actual tokens, because I actually thought you need to do all that and have the 64 orbs and 10,000 gems in order to unlock that door. But that was just for the theater, so I'm not going to worry about that. But so you may be thinking, well, okay, that's cool that you get this ability from this point, but what's the point of it? I've beaten the game. I've done 100% of it. Well, let's actually head on back to the first save, and we'll exit out of the entire game, because there's a little something that'll happen. So yeah, so we can go back from Dragon Shores out into any other level. But let's go back to the main menu, because yeah, so with this ability, it's great that you have it at the end of the game. But what if there was a way that you can, so let's see, I have 100%. What if there's a way that you can keep it for the next, for basically more like a New Game Plus? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? It would make a lot of levels and missions and orbs go a lot easier than they probably should. And I know I'm dragging this on a lot longer than I should have, but if we overwrite the save file that once we collected the power-up, you will see that on New Game Plus, you can have the fireball ability for the entire rest of the game. So this is kind of their way of doing a New Game Plus. Which again, this makes a lot of missions, a lot of levels, and orbs just go by in a breeze. But I'm not going to be doing absolutely everything all over again, because, well, seen it once, you know, so that's kind of enough, really. But yeah, so that's basically it for Spyro 2. Actually, again, I'm not going to do the whole theater. Or collecting the coins for the theater, just because, again, that just unlocks you watching all the cutscenes all over again. But yeah, so this is the end of Spyro 2: Ripto's Rage, and I'm now questioning what to do for the next sort of playthrough. Again, usually, as usual, I have a few ideas of what's kind of start up next. But and then also I gotta keep in mind the 15-minute time limit that I'm still currently under restrictions of from YouTube. But yeah, so with that being said, I guess I might as well just end it off here from where we started with the really highly overpowered fireball ability. And yeah, so again, so thank you everybody for watching and checking out these videos. And I guess when it comes to the next playthrough, I guess we'll both kind of find out what I'm going to pick. So one last time for Spyro, Sparx, and everybody that we met in the game, we will see you all one last time.